Micro. Microgreens are a superfood that's becoming more and more popular these days. These are young shoots of a wide variety of plants, from onions and parsley to beets and cereals. The delicious crunchy sprouts are added to salads, soups and smoothies to provide a great deal of vitamins, minerals and antioxidants. But why not eat common herbs instead of sprouts? Because the former have a much lower number of micronutrients. Microgreens have only two drawbacks: they are expensive and difficult to grow. Young grass spoils very quickly. This is why the specialists of the Canadian brand Agriolabs Technologies Inc. decided to create a device that would help users enjoy microgreens without any extra effort. And the result is a small device known as Micro. The sprouts grow in special boxes with an optimal microclimate. The cultivation is done in 3 simple steps. You have to place the seeds in a tray, water them, and then press the button. After 7 to 10 days, you can enjoy your harvest. The price of Micro depends on the number of boxes and starts at $69. DISM Inverted Lighter. At least once in your life, you probably burned your fingers trying to use a lighter. This often happens when people light candles at home. The specialists of the American company DISM also had this problem, so they decided to find a solution. Thanks to their successful work, you can forget about burnt fingers forever. All you have to do is buy this lighter for $24. It has a unique design. The button and the nozzle through which the fire comes out are at different ends of the device, so even when it's upside down, the flame doesn't touch your fingers. In addition, the DISM lighter has an elegant design, fire height adjustment, and is reusable. The new Core. What at first glance looks like an ordinary box is in fact one of the smallest PCs in the world. The new Core was launched this year and will be on sale very soon. It has a 10th gen Intel Core i3 processor. It also has the Intel UHD graphics and an NVMe SSD. Jinko Smart Accordion Lamp. Furniture, appliances, electronic devices, and almost everything around us have become more compact over the years. This allows people to lead simpler and more comfortable lives. Of course, these changes have also affected lighting systems. This is an invention of the British studio Jinko Design. It's a small folding lamp that has 2 advantages. When folded, it takes up almost no space, as it is flat and small. When unfolded, it can take almost any shape, becoming an interesting and unusual decorative object. The Jinko lamp is battery operated too. A full charge guarantees 6 to 8 hours of operation. The construction is similar to an accordion, and the device weighs only 350 grams. Its price is $58. Miniature Colt 1908. Gun enthusiasts will surely be interested in the next invention on our list today. It's a micro model of the Colt 1908 pistol, so small that you can't even pull the trigger with your finger. As you can see in the video, you need to use a screwdriver. The gun was hand-assembled by specialists from the Russian studio Rue Gun Model. The most interesting thing is that the model is functional and can be fired just like a real firearm. A 2mm cartridge is inserted into the barrel. The Colt gun is only 3.5 centimeters long. The price of the smallest gun in the world is $546. Scanbox. Today, maintaining a better level of hygiene is easier than ever thanks to modern technology. ScanBox, a device created by Dental Monitoring, is here to prove it. It's a small device that works with an app and tells you when it's time to go to the dentist. It works pretty simply. The device can be used in the comfort of your own home. First, the smartphone is placed inside the device. Then the person puts special clips in their mouth that separate the soft tissues that interfere with the inspection. Finally, the device is attached to the clips. The oral cavity can be seen on the phone, and each tooth can be closely observed, and all details, even the smallest, are clearly visible. The images can then be reviewed by the user or sent to the dentist for a proper checkup. AirPix. If you love taking selfies, you know very well that sometimes it's difficult to take a good group picture. You have to either ask passers-by for help or set a timer and then run to get in the frame in time while finding the perfect pose. AirPix is a device that will allow you to forget about all of these problems. It's a small drone designed by Air Selfie Camera to make taking pictures easier and more convenient. Once turned on, it hovers in the air, and the user has up to 6 minutes to take pictures and record videos. The device is equipped with a 12-megapixel camera. It can record video at 1080 pixels and 30 frames per second. An additional advantage is the built-in 6GB memory. The price is about $120. InCharge 6. In our opinion, anyone could benefit from using this small device. Why? Because today, we live surrounded by a large number of devices that have to be recharged all the time. And for this, we need different cables that we can easily forget at home. InCharge 6 is, according to the developers, the Swiss Army knife of cables. This is an incredible adapter that will allow you to charge all of your devices, regardless of the type of connector. You can charge your phone, your smartwatch, your camera, or your headset. The device has a USB and USB-C ports, as well as Apple and micro USB connectors. You can buy the InCharge 6 for $19. Evo Shaver. Even though electric razors are getting smaller, they're still quite bulky and inconvenient. This is not a problem when you're at home, but they take up too much space to take on a trip. However, Evo Shaver is very different. It's an electric razor that fits in the palm of your hand, so you can simply carry it in your pocket or in your suitcase. The shaving system, as you can guess, is close-cut mesh. The blade approaches the skin at a distance of 0.07 millimeters. An additional advantage is the absence of wires. The battery has enough power for about 50 uses. The price starts at $37. Aegis. Today's last device is an innovative and technological lock. It uses Bluetooth and Wi-Fi to identify the user with the help of their smartphone. As soon as the owner approaches the door, the lock opens automatically. You don't have to get to the door and look for the keys anymore. Similarly, as soon as the user walks away from the door, the lock closes automatically. Aegis has many useful features. For example, it can send a notification to your phone if you forget to lock the door. It also allows you to open the door remotely, even when you're in another part of the world. It also keeps track of the arrival and departure of family members. The device costs $84. In addition, for $75, you can buy a special module that allows you to open the door with your fingerprints. Phone Cooling Pad Holder. The invention you see on the screen is designed specifically for people who spend a lot of time playing games on their smartphones. This cooling holder from iNope allows you to stop playing less frequently during intense gaming sessions. Also, the manufacturer says the use of their device reduces lag caused by the smartphone heating by 50%. The device weighs only 45 grams, starts to work in 3 seconds after connection, and costs about $40 at the moment. S-Ray. Many people have probably dreamt of listening to their favorite music without headphones while not bothering the people around them. We're happy to announce that there's finally a device for that. S-Ray is the world's smallest directional sound speaker. Anyone can afford it at a price of only $229. But how does it work? Very simply. Instead of spreading sound waves around like a regular speaker, S-Ray uses ultrasonic waves. The sound waves are then directed towards the listener. Thus, the sound from the speaker is only heard by the person who is inside its narrow field of sound. The speaker offers unlimited possibilities. You can listen to the navigator's instructions in the car without disturbing the passenger's sleep. You can also enjoy music while your roommate's working or resting. S-Ray can be installed in museums, airports, and shops to provide information about a certain small area. And even if there are hundreds of such devices in one room, they will not interfere with each other. Heated gloves. When we go outside in the cold season, the most vulnerable parts of the body, like the hands and the face, suffer the most. Specialists from the Canadian company Candle Apparel have come up with a solution, and now we can all forget about frozen fingers forever. These are the world's first heated gloves for use in the city. They can be used when it's just a little chilly or when it's freezing cold. The gloves can work in 3 modes. In the first mode, the gloves reach a temperature of 40 degrees Celsius and stay that way for 6 hours. The second mode heats the gloves to 45 degrees Celsius and allows 4 hours of operation. Finally, in the last, most powerful mode, the gloves are heated to 50 degrees Celsius and operate for up to 3 hours. The heating function is not the only advantage though. The gloves are made of a breathable material, but at the same time they are water resistant and windproof. With these gloves you can easily use touchscreens as well. They're also very easy to clean. All you need to do is remove the battery and then wash the gloves like any other piece of clothing. One pair costs $99.